So,
That's right. That's right.
I mean, how does that look?
so we went in ununified.
Ununified?
Yes. With all of the
I
different
like that
flags.
word, ununified. That's good, because you helped me out a lot. I'm thinking stupid and all kinds of stuff. Ununified, that's it. Yes. You know, carrying other people's flag at the United Nations. I want to stand much honor with Noble Drew Ali, because when he went to the Pan American Conference in 28, everybody was represented there, you know, up and down the Americas, you know, so, and ours. And the thing about it is that he held his ground so much so that everybody knew that the Moorish Americans are here now. They know our true free national name. But we have got to live up to it. The prophet did his job. He said, we're back, but we got to live up to the we part. Okay? Noble Drew Ali was born as a Moorish American. And he proved that. When he was asked the question, what's your nationality? Did he say, although he was born on a Cherokee reservation, what did he say? He said, what's his nationality? What did he say? Moorish American. Okay? He didn't say nothing about no Cherokee. Okay? There's a reason for that, with all due respect. He took the winning side. Okay? So any questions that are concerned with the United Nations here now in the future, where we at, the reason why I'm ready for your question. Go ahead.
Brother Morris here, I want to ask you a question from yesterday. I didn't get a chance to ask you. What is the Phantom and what those boxcars and stuff was telling me yesterday? What's that from?
FEMA?
Yeah, FEMA, I'm sorry.
Okay, you got access to a computer?
Yeah.
Okay. You go in the search engine, and I just put in FEMA and put railroad cars. Okay, / railroad cars. And it'll pop right up. Okay. FEMA has now over 200,000 chattel cars, brand new. Okay, and they're in different parts of the country. I know there's some more to investigate this, but it's a little place there, Pine Knot in North Carolina, and they got railroad cars, some are there. And other places in every state virtually, okay? And what these are brand new chattel cars, you know, like during the time of the Nazi concentration camp. All right, but these got shackles and chains on them for human startups. That's FEMA. Okay? They also have over 800 concentration camps. Okay? They have converted the military bases that they've emptied out. A lot of those are now concentration camps. They've taken a lot of the silos and made them into concentration mission camps too. Okay?
Another question. So if you don't have your nationality and don't have your own government, they can put you in those places like that, right?
I'm glad you phrased it that way. You can have your nationality all day. It's not going to help you without a government.
I say without the government.
That's what I said. I appreciate that. Okay. More to say. Remember, maybe you don't. I'm not that old either. But when the Japanese, bombed Pearl Harbor, and the United States had to go through, strategic measures militarily, they locked up Japanese like 40 going west. So some was very predominant. 1952. It was, they didn't care what they had, what kind of property they owned, businesses they had, family, nothing. They locked their ass up in concentration camps, okay? And they stayed there, okay? They are now, recently, just began to compensate some of their descendants, okay, in the form of reparation, okay? It was a military thing, okay? We was at war, okay? So, yeah. So I'm letting you know that the United States is ready now for it. If you think that another 1960s Angela Davis thing is going to jump off, you can forget that. It ain't going to work like that. Our people running around and talking about some black power, you know, no, okay? And even if you are nationless, then you are subject to be along with everybody else. Nothing's going to save you. I mean that with the term nationless, that includes the Moors too. If you don't, you can call yourself a Moor all day, but if you have not come together under a government bearing that one free national name, you're just as grass. Okay? And there ain't no joke about it. Okay? The only thing one government respects is another government. Am I right? Am I right? What government did you have? Okay. Go ahead, Mom.
I could have sworn that Moors always had government.
Well, don't swear like that.
I'm gonna go back to what Durali said. Durali said the Moorish Science Symbol of America is the government. If the Moorish Science Symbol of America is the government, then if you go according to what he put down, you have your government system.
Okay, Mo, we went through this last night, and I'm not going to get into the situation. The Moorish Science Symbol of America is a lawfully chartered organization.
No, sir.
I'm just going by what the prophet said. Okay? All right. When it comes down to a government, let me help you with that part. Come down to a government. The government is named under the free national name of its people. The Chinese government is under what? The Chinese people. The German government is under the German people. The Moorish Science Temple is not a people. Okay? It does not have a descent nature. When Noble Drew Ali was born, he was not born a Moorish Science Temple. He was born a Moorish American. Okay? So this is not argumentative, but I'm telling you, you got to get your language right. Okay?
It's all about differences.
Okay, well, let me put it this way.
And
I'm gonna help
everybody
you
in
with
the
that.
room would have to agree to go along with whatever the majority of us agree to do, because government is elected by the people. That means ain't no dictatorship. The people have to suggest what it is that we do. So if we deal with it from a vote perspective, then we'll have to go along with what the majority say as a group.
Drew Ali did it this way. He said, by the time I tell you to do something, I already did it. Okay? So what I'm going to give you an advance notice is this. Any more in here that want to go back to the UN when we go, and we're going, all right? You're free to call. Just call, stay in contact. Okay? And you'll be up to date. We're going anyway. Why? Because there's some of us that know what the real deal is. Okay? Some of us really care. I'm not here just to be talking and socializing. I'm here to give you a warning. Okay?
I'm saying we need to know the next move.
It's already been done.
But we need to know the next move.
One of the things one problem I think we have, of course, we don't have a sense of direction, honestly. Because the prophet has already laid out what we're supposed to do. I think that we're looking for people to do things that are not qualified to do those things.
Exactly.
We have individuals that's in pinnacle responsibility do not know the seriousness of what they're called to do. So if we're talking about the government, we're talking about men and women that are professional, efficient, and doing work for the citizens. We're not talking about asking nobody to join the government.
Okay?
You're talking about a Moorish American government. You're talking about people that's in line, function, based on exactly that. Nothing else. And if we're not coming out of this room with a consensus of working together, then the purpose is new. It's no. And I'm like you. I've been to so many meetings the Moors talking about, I don't think we need no unity. I think the unity is already, I think we need oneness of mind. I think what we need is a community of Moors that understand that your children is the generation coming behind you, and badly do they employ the little that they have just like you. So what would the Moorish Science Temple or the Moorish American government look after then? So I think you need law enforcement. I've never seen a government where you sit around and ask people to be a part of the government. Moors, no, I'm just being honest.
Okay, and I don't recall us asking that either.
No, I'm just being honest. There are brothers in Chicago If we can put aside our difference, I draw less than a month, this whole city will be locked down. We the one got to get off our little selfish ideas about what the prophet said and do what the prophet said.
Okay.
You know? So, you know, I'm more inclined with some of the brothers and sisters in here, man. I don't see no unity coming out of it because, first of all, you don't have one mind. You got 7 people thinking 7 different things, UCC, ETC. I got my nationality card. You know what I'm saying? It ain't burning up in my pocket. It's growing. As I sit among the wise. If you the chairman, and you are, of the Moorish American government, that's a job. Believe me, that's not, you're not doing anything for fame and reputation. You got to have a whole box of Advils. You know what I'm saying? Believe me. You know what I'm saying? I know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, I think you need to call together the men and women who have the same love for the people. Calling somebody just for the sake of talking back and forth like on the website, Facebook, arguing back and forth. I got no time for that, man. You're gonna get crushed. Rome didn't fail. So my last thought is this, is that to make your message much more potent and more significant to the prophet, we have to incarnate in his spirit. He's here. He's not dead. The prophet's right here with us, watching us right now. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be entitled to the name of faithful to do this. You got to, your interest got to be in one direction to do this. You got to be the salt. If you ain't carrying the marks of the prophet, you ain't the one. We got to stop putting people in position that don't know how to do this. Everybody should be appointed according to their what? Merits.
Okay.
So that will bring the government about. Asking somebody, I'm not saying you're doing that. You know what I'm saying? One time, because everybody ain't gonna be a part of the government. I mean, you'll be a part of the government, but you're not gonna be working inside of the government. You may be somebody support the government as a citizen, you know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna be operating. You know, so we need to get those people that know how to operate. You know, if Ken Bay is good at doing a certain thing, you put Ken Bay there. Dawi good doing something, Muhammad, this brother here, you put him there. And let's get off of all this demonstration under the Grand Sea. Man, Grand Sea is a job. There ain't no fame and reputation. Sometimes they make you want to take your fare and spend it twice. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Then put it back on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Let's get busy. But you talking about enforcing the law, man, and we can still pass it all we want. There is not a government on this world, in this world, that continue to tell its people over and over what is necessary and allow them to go contrary.
That's right.
You got to have upright, independent, and you got to be fearless.
But he right.
Caring for your loved one. And that kills all the extra conversation. But we got to stay away from things that's sensitive.
We gotta get busy.
You know what I'm saying? I know how you feel about it. But when I say temple, it's not temples plural with you. They are personal things. It's not. And I can understand. I will always be a member, a citizen of the Moorish Scientific American. I fought too long to turn away from that. But you got your own measure. You're accountable for your own action. But I know you're demonstrating the truth, because if it wasn't, you wouldn't be standing there. You wouldn't even be here. You could be somewhere with your leg crossed, smoking a cigar somewhere. I'm just being honest. So I'm talking to all my brothers and sisters. We need to come together in love and stop faking. Coming over to these meetings and faking, man, then turn around and leave and throw a knife in each other's neck. Like the brother Dawid used to say. And I will commend them on this. I'm not saying to buy nobody up like no cloud. That's my first civic teacher, him and I keep back. And I give honor where honor is due. I'm a civics through those brothers. I'm a little father. But I'm gonna tell you something. It's brothers that can lock this demonstration down if we just do the right thing. When I say lock down, I don't mean take advantage of nobody, get the government in motion. It's things that I disagree with you about. You know that. You know what I'm saying? But they are very small. And I had a thought last night, and I'm gonna ask this question. You read the Constitution. Is that an amendment to the Constitution? And I'm saying, if it is, then that's all right. Because the Constitution of Moorish Scientific hasn't been amended yet. The amendment don't mean changing. It means applying other things to it that works. So it's saying members and then saying citizens. Not that you're taking the members and throwing it in the garbage. You just broaden the spectrum. Now, if that's the case, I can understand that. But not saying, I mean, a person should be able to say, you're a member and